I first discovered minimalism as a movement back in university. I enjoyed the usual suspects, watching Matt D'Avella, female Matt D'Avella, and discount Matt D'Avellas. This was a great time because it felt like I was discovering this community that I was already somehow a part of. For years, I never understood consumer culture, the want for the latest thing when the old one did everything I needed it to do, or the desire for a completely new look when the one I already had was absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. It was this group of people that helped to reinforce these ideals that I think I already had. The idea of a frugal and simple existence. However, I spent hours and hours watching content about living simply and decluttering and digital minimalism, and here's where the problem lies. I was consuming the same information over and over and over again. Most of it wasn't even important to me, because I already had a proclivity towards living simply and not having too many possessions and keeping exceptionally organised. Yet, on I went, continuing to consume tips, tricks and hacks on how to live with less, and it just wasn't important to me. Ironically, the one thing I did, and still do, need to work on is spending less time procrastinating online and on YouTube specifically. That was the one area I desperately needed to rein in, yet this was the one thing I wasn't very minimal on at all. Consuming and getting caught up in minimalist content is likely holding you back rather than providing value to your life in any meaningful way. The same could be said for a lot of the content on YouTube, to be honest, but this community makes the hypocrisy even worse. This is a philosophy which embraces less is more and quality over quantity. Yet here we all are, mindlessly scrolling through a social media feed and not being minimalists at all when it comes to what we fill our minds with. So let's be honest, do you really need to watch another minimalist room tour? Do you need to watch a 13-part video series on digital minimalism and decluttering? There comes a point where you have learnt what you need to do. It's time to move on and actually do it. Life isn't static, and neither are you. It is worth noting that I'm putting most of the blame on us, the consumers of this content. In the end, it is our choice to spend our time doing this. I've no doubt that many of these creators have people's best interests at heart and are wonderful people. The only creators I truly blame are the ones who are making minimalism content for the sake of making minimalism content, feeding the algorithm the same beige, bland videos for the sake of getting clicks and enticing people to watch the next video. Now, I think it's okay to want views, clicks, likes, subscribers, whatever. But if you advocate a simple life with less time wasted, can you in good conscience keep making the same thing over and over and over again? As good as it was to find the YouTube minimalism community at first, in the end, for me, it became more of a distraction. What I would suggest is to apply the same concepts of minimalism to this community as well. Find a couple of people you find really engaging and helpful, and by all means, keep learning from them. But ditch the rest. Be discerning about the people that you are following and make sure they are helping and not hindering you. If it is no longer helpful, then let it go. And as usual, thanks for watching, and see you next time.